Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tikela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today I want us to talk about what happened in the court of Rata um, during the Senzo Meyiwa case and the cross-examination that was done by Advocate Mnisi to Warrant Officer Mabasa. What a disaster. What an expose. That I can tell you. Before we get into doing that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you doing that. Now, guys, so the bone of contention was the gold tooth mystery, right? The pictures are being disputed uh, by the defense lawyer because of instructions that he got from his client, which is Mr. Mncube. All right. So he focused of the images that was depicted. Apparently, the person had a gold tooth that is being depicted there, and that person is supposedly Mncube. Okay. Photographic evidence came under scrutiny in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial on Friday as the defense sought to poke holes in the state's case. Right? Sergeant Moses Mabasa returned to the witness stand at the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria for further cross-examination. Mabasa, an analyst within the South African Police Services, was recalled to testify after the state introduced new photographs retrieved from the cell phones of accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, and accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube. Well, at this point, I am sure they feel like that was the biggest mistake of their lives because that entire exercise has destroyed the state case to the core. Right? Ntanzi and Mncube are alleged to be the intruders who entered the home of Meyiwa's then girlfriend, singer Kelly Khumalo, in Vosloorus, where the former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper was fatally shot on 26 October 2014. And during cross-examination, which continued in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, during the court proceedings, Advocate Charles Mnisi, representing Mncube, focused on images that depicted a person with a gold tooth. The state had presented the photographs earlier in the week to support witness descriptions of the intruders. You know, I like how this writer, who's his name? I saw his name. Molife Siletsa, journalist. Yes, he's the one that wrote this on the 20th of June. The citizens, right? I'm reading from them because they are giving the details of what was said in the courtroom there. So I like how he puts everything into details as per what was happening in the courtroom. I like that, I must say. Bigs up to Molife. And then he says the state had presented the photographs earlier in the week to support witness descriptions of the intruders. Well, the description of the intruders, we've been talking about them of late because there's a lot going on there. And it does not comba to accuse number 3 at all or number 2. Anyway, let's move. Mnisi questioned Mabasa about the relevance of a specific image, particularly its focus on the mouth and teeth. You would remember that Mabasa told the court that he was asked by Umukhola to actually look for a picture of Mncube with an open mouth where they can see if he has a gold tooth or not. That's what he looked for. And then he says, "No, it's part of my daily duties." The police officer responded when asked if he found the request to analyze such an image strange. Mabasa considered that he lacked expertise in dental identification and explained he could only rely on visible elements within a photograph. If, for example, you ask me to look for a picture of a loaf of brown bread in a specific device or in a memory stick, I will look for it. If I see a loaf of white bread, I will still proceed to look for the brown bread that was requested. He even made such an example. He clarified that the image in question showed a full gold tooth. However, Mnisi attempted to cast doubt on this conclusion, suggesting that teeth could appear yellow in photographs. You are a policeman and you have been an investigator of note for some time. Did it not okay in your mind that before making a conclusion that which you saw on the photo, you needed an opinion of an expert who would tell you whether or not this was good? In his response, Mabasa said, "It's up to the investigating team to take it further. Mine is to identify and give a report." Okay. I like what Mabasa responded here, because his answer is simply saying what we've been saying, that whatever Gininda got from whoever for whatever reason, that he is the one that is supposed to also further analyze, check if it's relevant, is it going to be useful, all of those things, which makes him part of the problem, a big problem. And then the more photos scrutinized. The defense later displayed 2 photos in court, one of Ncube and another allegedly of his elder brother. Mnisi indicated that the image showing a gold tooth was of the brother, not of the accused. The photo that is on the right hand is of accused 3. The photo which is on the left side is a photo of his elder brother, who is now deceased, Mnisi said. Mabasa testified that he believes the images depicted the same individual based on their resemblance. They look alike. You can see that they are brothers. According to the prosecution, lead investigator Brigadier Gininda had also mistakenly identified one of the images as Ncube. No, he was sure. He was not mistaken. He was very, very sure. Mnisi further argued that the photo allegedly showing Ncube was taken in 2012 when he was still living in Vosloorus. However, Mabasa said the image was dated 2nd September 2014. That was iskata of the moment. To show that there's a lot of cooking, Mngomezulu did not lie when he said they are cooking. Those were not lies. Now, how can, if this man was in prison in 2014 and came out in 17 September 2014, how can he be taking pictures? And then Mnisi argued that his client had been arrested in January 2013 and was only released on 17 September 2014, having been incarcerated at Boksburg prison. That is incorrect, because at that time he was in custody. Importantly, this photo is not a selfie as you try to make it sound or look. It's a photo that his girlfriend took using his phone, the lawyer told the witness. Mabasa stood by his assertion, saying the metadata supported the date he provided. Washo ebeda. The information that is here was downloaded like this and gives these dates. But Mnisi contended that if required, Ncube would provide documents to prove that he was in custody when the photo was taken, according to Mabasa, because they are saying it was taken in September the 2nd, 2014. Ncube was in prison at the time. There's no way. Defense admission in Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. The court previously heard that Ncube's cell phone contained images of firearms, one saved under the name My Killing Machine, as well as pictures of ammunition, an axe, and a panga. Mabasa also revealed in his 2023 testimony that the device held several photos of a man with dreadlocks believed to be Ncube. State witnesses had testified earlier in the trial that one of the intruders involved in Meyiwa's murder had dreadlocks. Mnisi admitted that the individual shown in the photos with dreadlocks was indeed Ncube. Additionally, a medical report from Danzi's dental visit showed no indication that he ever had a gold tooth. And also, they need to also show us this report of Ncube, which I believe it also says he never had a gold tooth. And also they must say it very espe what it is, that Ncube's dreadlocks were very long, and the pictures that were drawn were showing short dreadlocks. So we can't be relying on all of that, whereas we know the description is not going well or is not going together. Things are not going well for the state case, and Mnisi destroyed the state case to the core. That we cannot run away from. He destroyed the state case From morning to afternoon, he dealt with them, he destroyed it. And we are going to have a conversation about other aspects of things that happen in that courtroom. Because, wow, a lot happened in the Judge Rata courtroom. I can't say otherwise. There's a lot of things that happen, but wow. But wow, son, a lot of things happened in the Judge Rata courtroom. Oh, I saw. So a lot of things happened in the courtroom today, and I want us to go through all of them one by one and do because I don't want these videos to be long. But one thing that I can tell you is that wow, what a wow! Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. What did you think about Nisi dealing with Mr. Mabasa like that, telling him where he was wrong, and that mirror situation of the pictures that was done? What were your thoughts when that was happening? I'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.